I think the number one piece of advice I have for a 19-year-old is always patience. I think for a lot of us here, most of us, not everybody, there's some youngsters in the crowd, but we've all been there. And I think the impatience so many of us have at 19 tends to be the detrimental aspect of our personality. I think there's way too much wanting it now, which then leads to very short-term behavior. And I always say to a lot of my friends, I'm like, look, there's a very big difference between being rich and being wealthy if we're talking about money within the context of the business. And really, normally it's predicated on people that are thinking in a 20 or 30 year window versus people that are thinking in a 20 or 30 minute window. And so I've been very concerned, and a lot of you have seen this from me because you're not here if you don't know some of my spiel. I've been pushing very hard against these 22 and 23-year-old business and life coaches who are on Instagram selling a bullshit lifestyle and trying to get people into their mastermind and fucking $800 ebooks. And the reason so many of you 19-year-olds, the market, are falling for it is because you want it now. I can only give advice that I took myself. I built a business from $3 to $60 million, and more specifically from $3 to $25 million in a 3-year window as a kid. And building a business from 3 to 25, and it's yours, to then also pay myself at that time still $40,000 a year, is me eating my own dog food. I was patient. I was putting every one of those dollars back into the business because I knew that it wasn't over at 26 or 28 or 32. So many of you, as you build something, are extracting dollars out so you can buy things like dumb fucking watches and like a car and just dumb shit instead of putting that money back into the business because you're building something long term. So my number one piece of advice at 19 is one, patience. I'm still patient and I'm old. I'm 40. And I'm old, maybe not to some of you, but do you remember when you were 19? I thought people died at 40. So I think patience. I think you need to understand that you're not entitled to shit. I think a lot of people at a younger age have this fascination, and not millennials, when us 40-year-olds were 19, when us 60-year-olds were 19, there's an entitlement early on because the market hasn't punched you in the mouth yet, right? And so people think that, and especially right now, just because you start a business doesn't mean you're entitled to winning. Right? It's insanity. Everybody thinks you just get to say you're an entrepreneur and then good shit happens. The data's against you. 98% of you are gonna fail hard and go work for the man. That's right. The market says fuck you 98 out of 100 times. So why all of a sudden, because there was a Social Network, the movie, and because Shark Tank and Lions Den and all this shit, everybody thinks anybody can do it. So patience, betting on your strengths, figure out who the you are, right? Listen, learn, and let me promise you 2 things. There's no 9-week process to make money, right? There's no 7-figure expert that's gonna show you the way. It's hard work.